Alright, Dylan. Here it is, man. Your very own Stellaris tutorial. Now, in this one, I'm just going to cover the four basic things of what makes up a 4X game like this, or Civ, or, you know, another Paradox title like Hearts of Iron or Europa Universalis. So, the first X that we have is exploration. This is very easy to do. You know, I'm sure you already know how to do it. All you need is a fucking science chip. It's that easy. Now, the second one, which I noticed, especially when you first started the game, you're having trouble with, which is expansion. Okay. So, in expansion, and obviously I've started up this game, I've just left everything like it is. No other systems surveyed, none of that bullshit, no other colonies. What you want to do is, you know, and getting habitable planets is half of the game, really. That's all RNG when it comes down to it. But what you really want to focus on is being able to realize where good spots for frontier outposts are, which way you want to go when you're expanding planet-wise. Okay, you know, and for this species, I assume it's going to be like, what, continental? Yeah, one of those three is usually what I pick. So you just look here, you know, you continental right there. And so what you want to do is you want to find that system, look where it is. So, you know, this is going to cover about this rough circle right here, you know, maybe out here. So what you want to do when you first begin to expand, and obviously I can't build one or settle that planet because I have none of these systems surveyed. What you want to do is you look right here, you know, get that, remember what radius that border range has to it, and then you want to choose a star system that hopefully will connect the two. So right here, I would say right here would be the best spot, because this way your whole empire would be connected. And another thing to look for, it's not only like location and which way, but you also want to look for what kind of systems that have planets and how dense the systems are around here. So, you know, right here, that'd be a wonderful spot for a frontier outpost, even though we are not expanding over there. But you just want to look for really, really dense systems like this one, or, you know, all the way up here, this one, ones that contain a lot of materials. And what you want to do is, when you get your traditions, I don't know what you go for, but usually what I like to do is expansion 1's colony development speed, then you get your second colony, and then sometime after that is usually when you get another tradition. And what I do is I just go straight down to here. For the purpose of colonizing and building frontier outposts, systems count as being half the regular distance away. That really saves you on influence, which obviously you do not make a lot of influence through the game anyways. Frontier outpost upkeep, again, really good because it cuts down the upkeep on frontier outposts to 1.5 energy and half an influence per month. And, you know, Felix might have like 6, 7, 8 frontier outposts by, you know, 2250 or 2260, whatever it is. I'll usually have a smaller number. You don't have to have a big ass empire like that. You can just go for like a mid-sized, like Nick does, or go for a kind of a little bigger, like, you know, barely big, like I do. It all comes down to experience and how you can see the future in terms of expanding, what your border is going to look like, who's going to be near it, and it's also about finding the sweet spot for frontier outposts and colonizing systems. Because, you know, you can say, oh, I want to build a frontier outpost right there to get these, but honestly, there are better options. You know, because if you just go right here, yeah, you might get these 4, maybe 5. But if you went right here, you could have 1, 2, 3, 6 right there. And honestly, those might be a little bit out of reach, but by the time that you surpass those traditions, choose supremacy, or maybe you go through all through expansion, get it yourself an extension perk, and go to Interstellar Dominion, which is 25% bonus portal range. Or you just research it in the technologies, you know, which obviously, which obviously I don't have available here. Okay, I think that covers expansion. Now for the third one, exploitation. I covered this a little bit, but you know, this is the mining of resources, getting energy, and it's the same for buildings on your planet. I don't know if it's that important for you to build silos early on in the game, because personally I am rarely at that limit early game. It's only late game, in peacetime, where I'm not using anything, not building up my military, not doing anything like that, that it just allows to sit. Now, what you want to do here is, in every single system, unless you look at it and it's just one of something, which I don't think happens anymore, but it may, you don't want to take over that, because it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of minerals to build the station there. But in absolutely every system, when you see any type of resource there, you want to grab it, because the more resources you have in the game, the bigger military you're going to be able to build, the faster you're going to be able to expand, the thicker, I guess, you're going to be able to expand, and all of that. And also without resources, like without food, your empire will absolutely crumble. Now the last one of the 4X is extermination, which is military. I don't think that you need to worry about this right now, because I think we're working on getting used to expanding in the game, getting resources, and all that. Trust me, the micromanagement in this game is not anything. Once you get used to it, you can literally sit here just drunk out of your fucking mind and play the game. It's real easy. So yeah, you just need to work on getting used to how this game actually works, and you know, how exactly you expand and how quickly and all that stuff. So right here, use this colony ship on here. It's a fucking waste, man. If you settle right here, it's a waste, because there's absolutely nothing over here. Trust me. And in the first border range, whether it's a research or supremacy or whatever it is, you're gonna get this system. So it's a waste to build a planet there. Even if it is 25 tiles. If it's 25 tiles, then I can see taking it. But since it's 18, that's kind of questionable. It would have much rather be used up here, or even right there. And even that's the same amount of tiles, because right here you could even take over this and reduce the need for a frontier outpost by here. So there it is. There's the tutorial. It's not a bad tutorial. Not good though either. Doesn't show you much, but this is more of just an outline of getting started. And once we get on Stellaris, you can refer any questions to me and won't have to ask the monitor the questions while the video plays in front of you. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed this. A little background music I used. I'm not monetizing this video because it will probably get pulled down the second that I do. So yeah, there it is. Let me know any further questions about Stellaris, about strategy in general, about anything related else to 4X games. I think transferring some of your Civ 5 knowledge, not necessarily in expanding and stuff like that and playing the game, but more of like how you succeed in a 4X game. I think transferring those skills over to Stellaris would do you a lot of good rather than bad. Alrighty, well. Arctic's Gaming out.